Hello everybody and welcome to the Articulation Collectors channel today for the first of the Transformers Legacy reviews. So starting off today, we're going to be taking a look at Skids. But first, we're going to take a look at this box. These Legacy boxes. Wow. They look awesome. But they have a major flaw. And that is open window. I have heard so many stories of people buying Legacy figures, getting them home, just to realize, oh man, it's missing all of its accessories, or oh man, it's not the right thing, or just all sorts of stuff. I don't like this. This freaked me out with the Buzzworthy Bumblebee 4-pack, how there was holes at the top. I thought that was weird. But now, the entire box is open. It's free game for whoever wants to steal it, and that's not cool. I don't like that. But what is cool is the art on these boxes. These are freaking awesome boxes. So on the front here, we got a picture of Skids in his Honda City Turbo mode. Very cool. It's not a licensed City Turbo, but that's what it is. You see the nice Legacy logo down there, Autobot Skids, and just these awesome colors here. Got the nice Legacy art there. Got Blaster. That's Bulkhead there. Got RC, Hot Rod. Looks like an Optimus Prime up there. Very cool art. I love these boxes. Here, this is something new too. You can now scan the QR code on the back of these boxes, and it'll open up like the bio and stuff for the figure. Instead of having to print it on the back in multiple languages, this is a much better idea. You scan it, it takes your IP address, and it pulls it up in whatever language of whatever region you're in. That's pretty smart. Everybody has a smartphone now, so just scan it. There you go. But here's Skids in his robot mode, as well as his vehicle mode. And this picture here kind of shows off the accessories. Yeah, so it's a blue axe, so the idea is you can kind of put those Energon weapons together and build your own weapons, kind of like the fossilizers with Kingdom, kind of that idea. I don't really mess with that though, I just use his normal weapons. It's just a blue axe to me. But on the side here, you got some awesome art of Skids. Looking really cool there. On the top, you got that nice Legacy logo. Really cool boxes. I'm liking how these turned out a lot. And here's the man himself. So this is the deluxe class Legacy Skids here. And I gotta say, I think he looks super cool. I kind of didn't really like it at first when I bought it. I kind of looked at it and I was like, okay. But this thing has grown on me a lot. I really like how it looks. One issue I do have is that big plate on the back of his head. Kind of wish that was removable, but I mean, I've had it for about a week now, and it's growing on me. It doesn't bother me like at all anymore. But all in all, he's got this super nice dark blue and black color scheme with some red and silver highlights, some yellow up here. Got some really nice pinstriping on the doors, and you'll see that better in vehicle mode. Just very cool looking figure. I really like how, well, he set a very good first impression for Legacy, in my opinion. As for accessories here, he does have this, which is actually two different accessories. If I can separate these. These are silver plastic, or they're painted silver, so the silver likes to kind of stick to itself a little bit. So just be kind of wary of that. It's already kind of taken some chunks off there, if you can see that. But so it's like this little double blaster thing, and then this blaster pistol that has a really awkward handle. They kind of look funky separate, but you can put this right there and squish that down. I like to squish it down until it's just about to touch, but not actually touching, like that. Then just kind of line it up. And now he has pretty decent little triple barrel blaster thing going on that he can actually hold, and it looks way better in his hand like this. But there's that. And this is the Energon weapon here, is this little blue axe he's got going here. It looks really cool. The gimmick is you can just kind of stick it wherever you want, and now it's like a energoned up kind of battle axe blaster thing. I just use it as an axe personally. I mean, I get the gimmick is like for play, but I don't really play with my figures. I just kind of display them, so I don't really have a use of that. But for articulation, he's fairly articulated. Not anything crazy, but not anything horrible either. His head is on a ball joint and can actually get way more range of motion than I expected with that big brick on the back. I didn't really think it would turn well for some reason, but it does. His arms can spin a full 360, but you kind of got to move them out of the way for the doors. And he does have a shoulder hinge that can go all the way over, as well as this hinge here. So he's kind of got a double shoulder, and that looks painful. But he's kind of got a double shoulder there, which is interesting. You don't see that too much unless it's a forward back kind of butterfly movement. He does have bicep articulation and can pull about a straight 90 degree on the elbow. He does have wrist articulation as well as waist articulation. It is tiny bit hindered by this flap here, but you can kind of just stretch the flap out of the way and then go all the way. But that's more for transformation. He can kick his legs out that far and back that far. His knees can bend about 90 degrees. They can actually bend forward some too, which has to hurt, but that's just for transformation. He does have really good ankle rocker joints. No forward or backwards movement in the feet though, but that's fine. So all in all, decent articulation on the dude. So for a comparison here, we have Legacy Skids and Buzzworthy Bumblebee Silver Streak, aka Blue Streak. And these two, I think, look awesome next to each other. I really like those colors. But as you can see, Skids is just a tiny bit taller than Silver Streak over there. But they feel like they weigh about the same. So he's a little bit smaller, but a little bit denser, I guess. Although he looks a lot chunkier. But all in all, very cool figures. I've heard some people kind of throw the theory around if this guy borrowed the transformation from this guy. And now that I have one of these Datsun molds that I can mess with, yeah, I kind of think so, to be honest. You can go ahead and get him out of here. And to see what I'm talking about that transformation being similar, go ahead and check the transformation guide down in the description, as well as right up here. We'll get him into vehicle mode, and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. It's almost the same transformation. But check that out, and we can come back. And here is Skids in his little Honda City Turbo mode. It's not a licensed City Turbo, but that is what it is. It's kind of hard to deny what this little thing is. But awesome, boxy little dude. Still, it got that awesome blue color on it, and then it's got this nice red and silver striping down the side. Very nice looking. And I've been hearing a lot of people having issues about this roof not wanting to tab down and line up and stuff. If you want to see how I do it, every single time I transform it, it lines up perfect. So if you want to see how I do it, make sure to check out the transformation guide, because I will show you specifically what I do up there. But that being said, very cool little vehicle mode here. He kind of takes the whole concept of robots in disguise pretty seriously, because nobody would, other than the big Autobot symbol, nobody would suspect this little thing to be a Transformer. You see Bumblebee, you know, like movie Bumblebee, where he's like a sweet like concept Camaro. It's like people are gonna look at that. Nobody's looking at this. Very, very cool. I like how this looks a lot. But for a little comparison, so here's Legacy Skids next to the Transformers Back to the Future crossover Gigawatt. And kind of get a size comparison here. This guy is a heavy retool of the Siege Sideswipe. So you can kind of see how those two look. Stand them up so you can kind of get a height difference. So quite a bit bigger in this mode. But all in all, looking very cool. This guy is awesome. If you want to check out his review, make sure to click the eye up here and go check that out. It's a very unique figure. But looking very, very cool. So we can go ahead and get Skids transformed back into his robot mode and get this video finished up. Once again, transformation guides down in the description as well as right up here. And here's Skids back in his robot mode. Soul Skidward here. It's a really cool figure. I actually like this guy a lot. When I first bought it, I kind of had to look at it like, what did I pay for? But it's grown on me a lot. I honestly don't really... The issues I had with it when I first bought it was pretty much it's a bit chunky. Like it looks disproportionate, especially up in the shoulders. But it doesn't really bother me. I actually like this dude a lot. I'm glad I got him. Glad this was my first Legacy purchase because it sets the bar pretty high. You know, I'm excited to see what Legacy is going to bring in the future. And if you want to see what Legacy brings in the future, and if you want to stay up to date with all my videos, make sure to hit subscribe, leave a like and a comment, all that fun stuff, and have a good night.